All of us enjoy manhwa or manhwa, where the main character is overpowered or who starts from weak and becomes strong throughout the story. And this time, I will recommend 10 new manhwa released under 60 chapters that you can read, and the following is the list. Number 10. Barbarian Quest. It tells the story of a barbarian who seeks his identity by leaving his village. After becoming the strongest in his village, this manhwa has good art and an unexpected storyline in the journey of the end. Number 9. Swordmaster Youngest Son. It's a story of Jin Runkendel being the youngest son of the greatest Swordmaster clan on the continent, and the least talented child in his clan's history. After being sadly expelled and meet a sadly ending, he is given another chance. With the help of the gods, he becomes a magic swordsman who can use both magic and swordsmanship. The story and the art is very good and suitable for lovers of swordsman stories. Number 8. Demon in MANHWA Sect. Just because he learned the demonic arts, he ended up being antagonized by the whole world who feared his power. In the end, he ended up being cornered in an unequal battle with the orthodox Murim fighter, and lost at the hands of the sword god of the MANHWA sect, and ended up being locked up there. This manhwa is a martial art genre, and mixed with comedy with various misunderstandings in the MANHWA sect. It is worth reading if you like anti-hero characters like the characters in this manhwa. Number 7. Academy Undercover Professor. Like most manhwa where MC is reborn or transported to another world, this manhwa also tells the story of a man who has no talent and ability at all. Armed with the knowledge of his past life that MC Call brought from Earth, he can do things no other magician can. Because of an unexpected incident on the train, a Saurian Academy professor was killed, and finally, the MC had to disguise himself in his place because he didn't want his true identity to be exposed. The plot of the story is a bit confusing, but it can be covered with very good art from the author. Number 6. The World After the Fall. When humans face a disaster caused by the tower, a group of humans fight by entering the tower, but the level of difficulty turns out to be beyond expectations. And some humans choose to regress and return to the past to repeat everything. This manhwa tells the story of Yehwan, the only human who chooses to continue to the next floor without having to regress to the past. Because of the presence of a return stone in the tower, as the group with him chose to go back to the past and repeat, and some others died in the tower. This manhwa is about Jiwan's journey to conquer the tower, and what happens after the tower is destroyed and completed by him. The storyline is a bit confusing for those who are new to this genre of manhwa, but the author's art doesn't disappoint and deserves us to follow the manhwa to the end. Number 5. The S-Class That I Raises. This manhwa tells the story of a person who is awakened and has an F rank and has no useful skills. In a dungeon where his brother died protecting him, the MC has the opportunity to repeat everything from the beginning when getting an item from the dungeon and chooses to go back in time. The MC has a brother who happens to be an S rank and a guildmaster in his country. Before the MC regress, he was not close to his brother, and the MC wants to improve his relationship with his brother. When he starts from the beginning, he gets a skill that can make an awakened stronger just by the influence of the skill. Armed with all the knowledge from the future, the MC began to collect crude talents who would later become the strongest crude in his country. Wrapped in the action genre and a little comedy, this manhwa deserves to be a recommendation for you to read. Number 4. One Hit Teacher Master B. In the past, there were 4 best masters who fought to be the best in the world, where at the same time, the demon cult aims to dominate Murim. They used dirty tricks until finally, the 4 masters were captured and held captive in the demon cult sect. This manhwa tells the story of an instructor in a demon cult sect who finally had the opportunity to learn the martial arts of the 4 masters, but ended up dying along with the 4 masters. The MC is reborn like most manhwa in general in the body of a person who has a strange body constitution from birth in a martial arts family and becomes a teacher at a college in a remote village. This manhwa tells the story of MC's journey to restore the martial arts he learned in his previous life. Overall, the story is good, and the art of the author is also good, so this manhwa is worth to read. Number 3. The Return of the Disaster Class Hero. At one time, there was the strongest awakened on Earth named Li Jian, who without any constellation, he became the strongest among the 12 other saints, who later became his comrades, but thanks to the betrayal of several of his comrades, Li Gun was killed in the tower, or at least they thought so. 20 years later, Li Jian, who was trapped in the tower, was finally able to return to Earth, with a completely different face and appearance. This manhwa tells the story of Li Jian's journey to find the traitor who left him in the tower. His own character is like a villain who destroys anything that opposes him. This manhwa has good art from the author, and a slightly unexpected storyline, and deserves to be followed until the end. Number 2. Damn Reincarnation. This manhwa tells the story of Hamel, a hero under the shadow of the leader of the Vermouth Heroes, who along with his 4 friends, are on a mission to eradicate the Demon King. But on the way to the next demon castle, Hamel was killed while protecting his partner Vermouth and asked Vermouth to complete his mission. This manhwa storyline runs hundreds of years later, when Hamel is reincarnated into a Vermouth descendant of an indirect lineage. Hamel's next mission is to find the truth about what really happened after he died in the Demon King's castle, and why his other comrades didn't complete their original mission of exterminating all the Demon Kings. It's rare for a hero's companion to eventually become the main character like the one in this manhwa. That's what makes this manhwa worth to read until the end of this manhwa. Number 1. Plus 99 Wooden Stick. This last manhwa is my favorite newly released manhwa because of the silliness of the MC himself, who can make us laugh without realizing it. For those of you who have read the overjeered manhwa or played RPG games, you must be familiar with the storyline of this manhwa. This manhwa tells the story of an MC who plays a virtual game. Initially, the MC's character is very weak, but because of his luck, the MC strengthens a stick, which later, because of the stick, the MC becomes overpowered. MC's own silliness can be seen from his character, who only wears underwear, a cloak and a stick of wood, and when he accidentally kills billions of players at one time while trying his wooden stick. Unfortunately, because at the beginning of the chapter MC was overpowered. Not long after that, many other overpowered characters appeared in the middle of this manhwa.